people with contaminated disease called COVID-19. Recent scientific studies have shown that COVID-19 curve in the Philippines has flattened. Walang mga no significant contamination has been noted by government. This means that the government effort that were guided by the best interest of public health and the crucial data provided by medical science paid off. Ito kasi mga kababayan ko, ito yung mga ginawa nating preventive measures kagaya ng COVID quarantine, nakatulong talaga yon. Malaking tulong yon because kukunti lang ang taong naglalakad na magko-contaminate ng iba. At yung iba naman, umiwas, and so there were less COVID people and less people going around. One important factor that contributed to this development is the awareness of the public, and we truly appreciate the majority of those who are following the minimum health protocols set by the IATF. Ganito yun, sumunod kasi kayo sa pagbawal ng mga pinagbabawal ng gobyerno. We had obedience and people followed. That meant a lot and contributed to what is happening now. That there is a flattening of cases. Yung local government executives also played a vital role in the implementation of antivirus virus measures in the localities. Merong iba talagang to the hilt followed protocol to a T. Well, it redounded to the benefit of the people of the localities. And I salute you for doing your duty very well. Despite these positive developments, we would still be vigilant and none let complacency overwhelm us and reduce our sacrifice to a note. Remember that the lessening of contamination, wala na masyadong tao na karoon ng COVID, is not because COVID-19, the germ, is gone. It is there, floating around us. Kaya lang, ang mga tao sumunod na, hindi mahawak, alcohol kaagad. The mask was one important factor. Yung mask talaga, nakatulong ng mabuti. At it was to your advantage that you followed government. Now, the key to winning this war against COVID is the collective resolve for the people to remain healthy and maintain the protocols that you are now practicing. Alam mo kasi, sinabi ko nga, mayroon na, I think it's Moderna is a US company. I think they are ready by September. Hindi nga, sabi ko nga, pabilisan na sila. Sinovac ng China is also ready. Kung sino, pareho lang naman yan, parehong germs yan eh. Kung sino lang nauna, magbigay sa atin na mura, doon tayo pupunta. Kasi they know that they do not have enough money. Kung mahal masyado, we will go for the less expensive ones. It does not mean na mas mahusay yung sa Amerika o yung sa China inferior or ang Russian maganda. Yun naman gawa ng ibang nations, hindi masyado maganda. no such thing, because what is being cultured and cultivated and then harvested and placed in your body is the same germs, COVID-19. Walang pagkaiba. So, hintayin na lang natin, no, bilisan. Sa ibang countries, sige na sila. In Brazil, because tinamaan sila nung dahil yung Bolsonaro, the president there, medyo ano kasi siya hindi kaagad naniwala. Marami tuloy ang natamaan. America, because ayaw talaga karamihan maniwala ng Amerikano. Even with the presence of clear danger, the American seems to us, tayong nakatingin sa kanila from the outside, na ligo ng dagat, puno yung beach, everybody was partying and they were not obeying the police. Being a democracy, nahihirapan ang gobyerno nila, just like ours, kung paano natin i-control and impose the protocols. Ayaw ko na lang sabihin uli, because I do not want to quarrel with you. But those cities I mentioned before, even during the early stages of the prohibitions, nasabi ko, kayong mga taga dyan, you are, paparte kayo, ilang beses kinahuli ng media, na ganon. Baliwala sa inyo. Ang isa naman, napadaan kami doon, ganon rin, para kayong, parang walang COVID at all. So, pure bravado, you have to pay. And you paid with a high rate of contamination. Hanggang ngayon, mataas. Hindi ko lang sabihin, ayaw ko mag-insulto ng tao. Kung sinabi ko noon, kayo talaga, mahirap kayong pasundin. Even yung mga kababayan ko na Bisaya, naku, hindi ko mapasunod. So, ganun yan. Ngayon, dito, ang mabuti lang sa atin kasi ang 184 total reported recoveries, ang taas ng recovery natin. Ewan ko, maybe because of the climate or the constitution body itself, yung constitution body mo. You may have, Filipinos may have more antibodies in their, sa bagay yung, wag ho kayong mainsulto kasi totoo naman. Pero wala akong nakitang taga-squatter na tinamaan. Kasi sa Davao, tanong ako ng mga bata, wala. Sabi nila, ano yan? So, nari care about COVID. Ito yung lumaki sa ano eh. So, all these years from infancy to how old they are now, hinigop nilang lahat ng ano, kagaw, kaya nagkaroon na sila ng panlaban. Maliit pa. Pag lumusot kasi yan sila nung maliit pa, nagkasakit, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pag lumusot yan, pag malaki na yan, matatag yan. Hindi na tinatablan. Pero, do not be too complacent about it just because you think that you have the antibodies. You might really have the advantage, but the law of averages always takes its toll. Malay mo, matamaan ka talaga. So, total active is 49. Maliit na lang. 83. Nag-flat din na nga. Total cases 228. Pero it is offset by the recoveries. At wala masyadong severe contamination. So, let us go back to the main platform of our program, and if there's anybody who'd want to report, kindly raise your right hand if you want to report first. Kasi wala, mag-ano na lang ako. Hindi, unahin ko na muna itong si ano. May I announce it first? Tell na. Ito bang si Pemberton, ito yung American serviceman na nakulong. Tapos, hindi malaman ngayon ng gobyerno anong klaseng computation gawin. Anong factors to contribute to the equation that would arrive at the reasonable conclusion that these things happen and should be there included sa pag-compute. Alam mo, I am not favoring anybody, neither Pemberton nor the family. Pero alam mo, itong gobyerno, may konting ano dyan, dapa. Kasi sa good behavior, kailan i-compute mo sa lahat, detain siya for the crime, facing trial, and prison siya for the crime. Iba yung detinado ka habang yung kaso pinapanggan ng korte, trial. Iba naman yung detinado ka na, sentensyado ka na after trial. Siya kasi, well, being tried, detain na siya. Tapos, nung na-convicted siya, tuloy-tuloy na. Ngayon, ganito yan. The basic fault there is when you talk about good behavior, lahat na kwentahin mo. Ngayon, kung hindi mo kwentahin, may kasalanan ka rin because they say that it is part of your being in prison. Sa ayat mo sa hindi, nakakulong ka rin. So you are a person deprived of liberty. Ngayon, ang pagkwenta, hindi alam nila kung kasali ba o hindi at may record. Eh, walang record kasi yung lugar, alin doon na nagdetenado si Pemberton, sa Marines, sa garrison. Ang Marines never kept a record of the, hindi trabaho ng Marines yan, na magbantay kasi hindi yan sila BJMP o taga Muntinlupa. BJMP noong hinihir pa yung kaso. Muntinlupa, yung sa loob na, taga Muntinlupa, iba yan. Tandaan ninyo ito ha, yung detenado ka pa lang, hinihir yung kaso mo, BJMP ka. Hindi ka makakulong sa Muntinlupa. Ngayon, kung matapos na ang kaso, sentensyado ka, bibitawan ka na ng BGMP, ibigay ka na doon sa mga Muntinlupa personnel. Yung ngayon, yung kaso pag yung sa pagkapreso niya, wala silang record. So pagka walang record, di mo malaman kung nabilang ba o hindi. Oh well, pagka ganon, hindi kasalanan ni Pemberton. He is not required to keep his record of his own and characterize his behavior there inside while in prison, detenado for the hearing. Na yung nasintensyahan na siya, napunta na siya ng Muntinlupa, meron naman mga hindi na mga Muntinlupa personnel. Doon nababantayan na sila. Ngayon, ikakwenta pa ba yung ano? Ang problema nito ganito. Sino magsabi ngayon na noong detenado siya, nagkakalat siya sa loob, sumisigaw siya, o sinisira niya, destroys things? Wala eh. Kasi walang listahan. Wala namang nakalagay doon because wala talaga. So it is not the fault of Pemberton na hindi na na-compute because we should allow him the good character presumption. Kasi wala namang nag-report na Marines na nagsabi nagwawala siya. The Marines could have reported, if it were otherwise, to the Secretary of Justice or to the police, to the PNP, na itong tao na ito magulo. Parang lasing, araw-araw, nagsisigaw. Gano'n. So, yung presumption, kasi wala namang sumbong, di wala ginawa yung tao masama. Na in fairness, tapos na yung kwintada, he was recommended to be released. I-release mo. Kaya, isip-isip ko, nakikinig lang ako sa newspaper, pati sa radyo. Sabi ko, it is not fair. Hindi makatarungan. So, sabi ko kay Justice Secretary Vidaldia, pati ang Secretary of, tinatawag ko sila dito ngayon, kanina, Indardo Guevara, sabi ko, it's my decision to pardon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but ito ang tingin ko sa kaso. You have not treated Pemberton fairly. So, i-release ko. Pardon. Pardon, walang question yan. It's, wala talaga. It cannot be questioned anywhere. And it's not because of that I pardon Pemberton. Kaligaya ko na lang magpakulong ng mga buang mga gago. But you know, if there is a time where you are called upon to be fair, be fair. Be fair. Ngayon, sabi mo, Duterte, fair ka ba dyan sa mga drogista? Be cruel. Be cruel. Putang ina ninyo, sinabi ko ng let's kayo. Sinisira ninyo yung bayan. We would like now to go to the report of the Secretary of Justice, Justice Guevara. Yung update niya doon sa PhilHealth. Sir, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. This afternoon, we called our very last resource person or witness in the ongoing investigation of alleged PhilHealth anomalies. I was there when I was called to this urgent meeting with you. But we expect that all our hearings will be concluded today, this evening, Mr. President. And since that particular resource person or witness is our last one, then starting tonight and the rest of the week, we will be consolidating and analyzing all the information and evidence that we have gathered through 7 hearings conducted by the task force since we formed it upon your instructions. So by September 14, Mr. President, that's on Monday, we should be able to submit to you our report and our recommendations, including the possible filing of administrative and or criminal cases against persons in PhilHealth who we shall find to be probably responsible for certain anomalies or irregularities. Meantime, Mr. President, the various composite teams that the task force created comprised or composed of representatives from the NBI, the AMLC, the PACC, and some other agencies which form part of the task force will continue, Mr. President, with building up the cases. Because what we did during our hearings was basically to get a bird's eye view, an overview of the problems obtaining at PhilHealth. But the matter of building up actual cases will probably require more time because we've got to gather the actual evidence, procure the necessary witnesses to support the complaints. So we're hoping that we'll be able to file a few of these cases before we submit our report to you, or maybe even after. We'll just recommend in our report to you the filing of these cases. But the actual filing may happen, Mr. President, after the submission of the report, because of this need to make sure that any complaint that we are going to file will be backed up by competent evidence. So that's what our composite teams are doing right now. And even after the submission of our report to you, Mr. President, even after the term of the task force is finished, we intend to continue this investigation being conducted by composite teams, not just by the COA or not just by the NBI or not just by the PACC, but a joint effort of all of these agencies, focused and coordinated, so that a proper build-up of cases can be done. We're very happy that the new president and chief executive officer of PhilHealth, whom you appointed recently, was a former NBI director. And we hope that with him there, it will be much easier for the composite teams of the task force who will continue investigating to be able to do their job more easily with former Director Giran at the top of the agency. So that's what we intend to do, Mr. President, for the rest of the week. And we hope that you will have the report in your hand at the latest on Monday, September 14. That's all for now, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. So it's a report that is expected with so much enthusiasm, actually, for those who are in the right thinking of what is right and wrong. Anybody else would like to make a report at this time? Yes, Secretary Lorenzana.
Mr. President, for information lang po. Maganda po ang nangyayari ngayon sa buong bansa. Bumababa na po yung cases. From a high of about 10,000 plus before, it's now to about 2,008. So, it's good. Ang ginagawa po ng task force ngayon ay iniikutan namin yung mga lugar at tinitingnan yung kanilang mga ginagawa. Tatanungin namin, we are not there to assess or to audit them, but to find out how the national government can help them. So I went to Caloocan last Saturday and commended them for their good job. From a high of 90, ngayon less than 10 na lang ang kaso nila everyday. So doing well po sila dyan. Meron lang tayo mga ibang pumuputok, Mr. President, like Bacolod, Iloilo, and Jensan. So yan ngayon ang pinagtutuunan natin ng pansin. Secretary Simato is there now in Western Visayas. And sometime this week or next week, kami ni Secretary Galvez pupunta naman sa Jensan, Mr. President. Yun lang po, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Lorenzana. Secretary Doge.
Good evening, Mr. President. I'll just have one slide presentation. Pwede bang makita yung slide number 8? Just to support the report of Sec Lorenzana, I want to show the distribution of recent cases by municipality, city of the NCR as of September 6, 2020. One slide back. One slide back. One slide, sige ba? Back. Back sa Mar. Yan. Sir, ito po yung mga cities of NCR. Ayan, Quezon City, City of Manila, Caloocan City, all the way down. Yung total number of cases of NCR is 35,040 last 3-4 weeks from August 10 to August 13. So makita po natin yung recent 1 to 2 weeks, August 24 to September 6, ang laki ho ng ibinaba, naging 24,517. Bumaba po siya ng 10,523. Difference of 35,040 and 24,517. At ito po ay nagsasalamin ng negative 30% ang difference po, no? Kung makikita niyo po yung mga graph sa kanan, marami ho pababa, yung mga bars, Mr. President. So halos lahat po ito talagang nagbabaan ng kanila pong mga kaso. So maganda po ang nangyari dahil you allowed MECQ to be imposed beginning August 3 to August 18. So nakatulong po ito, Mr. President, sa pagbawas ng contact rate, transmission rate, at kaya naman po makikita natin ay halos yung difference doon sa growth in cases, puros negative, except for just one place. Actually, wala nga. Lahat talaga bumaba ang number of cases, Mr. President, without exception. So all the cities and municipalities, well, just one municipality for NCR, malaki ho ang binaba. Yan o, negative 30% ang change. So, yung pong pumayag po kayo, Mr. President, ako po yung nagpapasalamat dahil kung hindi po sa inyong modified enhanced community quarantine, eh baka hindi po natin nakamit itong malaking porsyento ng pagbaba ng mga kaso sa mga naturang lugar ng NCR. So, yan lang po, Mr. President, ang ibig ko pong bigyan diin. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Secretary Duque. I think this winds up our discussion for today. By the way, Secretary Duque, this is not the time for you to resign. Hindi pa panahon mag-resign. So, I've heard stories about you going to resign. I have full trust in you. Ang akin lang naman yan, yung corruption. Wala ka doon sa tinignan namin yung papel. Unless there's a specific finding sa batas, sabihin mo lang sa akin. But as of now, I have full percent. There's an investigation going on. Let it be. If you are not guilty of corruption, ang kalaban ko lang ho yung corruption. Yung well, let us see doon sa yung negligence mo. Pero, you know, if you handle a big organization, I had a chance when I became mayor and then president. Talagang mag-negligent ka kasi hindi mo mahabol minsan eh. And sometimes wala yung papel. So these are the things that sabi ko siya, that one that really matter to me. What matters is yung corruption. Pero kung hindi ka corrupt, wala ka namang when you do not have any reason to resign.
Thank you very much, sir, for your continued trust.
Mr. Secretary, we're on the same boat. Actually, alam ko ang trabaho mo. Me, even an appointment, sometimes I want to take a look at the background of the... Sa military lang ilan yan. Pag i-promote mo yung isa, there will come a time na i-promote mo lahat. Promotable na eh. Kasi nababakante na, na-promote na yung nag-retire. So, marami yan. And sometimes yung mga kay Dominguez na papel about itong mga contract of loan, binabasa ko talaga yan kasi I do not delegate it to, hindi magaya na ibang presidente na pagka may initial na yan, ibig sabihin, okay na yan. Eh ako ro, hindi. Binabasa ko yun talaga sa kwarto at ako laman mag-isa. So, wala akong katulong yan. Minsan na nakatulog ko. Sometimes, abutin ako ng alas 6. Pagka sabihin na nag-pile up ng review ko, basahin ko. Sometimes, the earliest is 7 o'clock. Bago ako matulog, magkain ako ng breakfast. Ganon ang, kaya naintindihan kita. It was just a negligence of the coming up with the papers on time. Tingnan lang ho nila muna trabaho natin. Yung madali man magpirma, kung pirma lang. Ang pirma mo kung puputok yan sa mukha mo. Di, ganon. Pareho tayo. Pareho. So, ako
Katawa ko, I have to express my my frustration, sir. I hope you don't mind. Eh, yung mga pumirma, hindi man sila nirecommend. Yung mga pumirma, hindi nirecommend for filing of the cases. Yung hindi pumirma, yun lang ang idinawit. Parang, bakit naman ganon? But height of injustice, unfairness, and masakit po yan, sir. Yung hindi ka nga pumirma, ikaw pa yung idinadawit. Ipinipilit na idawit. Yun, sir, ang hindi ko matanggap lang sa dibdib ko. Hindi ako nakakatulog ko dahil dito, sir.
What goes in my favor actually, if someday pag nag-retire na ako, is that all papers sa transactions inyong mga departamento, you know very well na hindi talaga umaabot sa akin, lalo na yung pera, purchases, ganun, wala. Wala, hindi tayo ayaw ko talaga. And that has been the rule that I have imposed on you. I'm saying this so that people will know na wala akong basta yung transaction, yung mga itong gaya nitong reclamation, magbigay ka ng 10,000 hectares. Mag-reclaim ng 10,000 hectares. Di buong luneta na. So, tinanggal ko yung walang processing ngayon ng papel sa no reclamation projects, paper spending. Independent because in-archive ko, shelf. Kasi wala akong balak na mag-approve ng bahala na pagkatapos ko, pahit sila. Pero wala akong dyan sa lakaran lakaran. Pag maamoy ko, wala na. 10,000 hectare, shit. 10,000 hectares na. Hindi square meters. Kaya, one of these days, magtawag ako ng bakasyon. Bakasyon tayo, mamili ka sa lugar. Secretary. Huwag lang labas sa Pilipinas. Dito lang. Maybe we'll visit Spratly. But we will also invite the Americans to come along. Going to a sightseeing tour. Nga pala yung sa China may bago ng ambassador. So I hope everything will be the same as is. So, US pala, US. Ang China, hindi ko pa rin na I have a meeting pa sa kanya. Okay. Hindi ko pa na yung China. Kaya ako nagkamali kasi hindi ko pa nakita yan. So, we will have I have a dinner, I think, with him. Si Kim is out. So, yun lang naman siguro for today. Let's go back to work para tangina yung akin. Bakit ba gano'n lang bigla na lang tinapos ko na to the last. Totoo yan ha, honestly. Makita ninyo yung flow. Wala na, dalawang araw, walang ba. Ngayon, kita ko sa kwarto, tinambak, ganun kataas na naman. Ay, anak ng po. Buwisit. Akala ko makauwi ako ng Davao. Ganun ko. 1 week siguro yan. It take me 1 week to review. Ang matagal yung kagaya ng I want to know the background of the appointee. Lalo na military, ganon. Tinigod, gusto kong titignan. Papakuha ko pa yung papel. Matagal pa magdating sa akin. May rerouting, may route eh. May rerouting route, so matagal pa magdating sa hintay. O some additional papers to convince me na ganito. I would like to also to reiterate again, dalawang Bongo pati Bong Medialdia. Yung ko na kindly agree with some of the newspapers, the leading ones, for our space, mga 3 pages yan siguro, yung projects ng irrigation, Department of Public Works and Highways, Transportation. Although wala akong sa mga sekretary, gusto ko lang malaman anong project. Tapos kung another, yung bidder kung sinong nanalo. That's another set of maybe in one page under negotiation, the next page is baka may gusto ko malaman sinong mga contractor nanalo. Marami ako sa lista, may listahan ako dyan sa mga demonyo na yan. Malaman ko ngayon kung malaman ng tao yung estimated project, tapos magkano ang winning bid, to whom it was awarded to, and for how much. Yan that will be a on and on stories for the last 2 years. Gusto kong malaman sinong nag-dive. Kaya kung nag-dive, if it's a 50 million, deny mo ng 30, may konsabo yan. So what do you expect of a 30 million project? Tapos 50 million, i-dive mo ng 30. Something must be terribly wrong there. That's why you have a project na is really not a project, but supposedly a project, but already bidded out and constructed and completed. another page for completed projects. At di maabot siya sige na 5 page, magbili tayo. Ano mo lang, merry-go-round mo lang sa mga today it could be Manila Times, then could be the Bulletin, and so forth and so on. Mga Philippine Daily Star, lahat sila. Basta malaman ng tao. So, ngayon, malaman ninyo kung magkano ang mga binibid na projects at saan at ang importante magkano. Nalo at ang kompleto. Para makita mo ninyo, puntahan ninyo, makita ninyo kung anong klaseng project ginawa. That is the rule. Anything else, Lana? Yes, Secretary Galvez.
Sir, when we visited Iligan City and also the areas of Lanao del Norte and Lanao del Sur, and also the part of Region 10, we met the different LGUs. The Lanao del Sur, sir, Governor Jong, he's recommending that he be placed on MECQ, which I consulted Secretary Anyo, and we recommended to the ITF for the upgrading of Lanao del Sur as MECQ, considering it is contiguous to Iligan City. And its cases also rising up, sir. And also, based on the recommendation of the NTF, and also with consultation with the Mayor of Bacolod City, the cases of Bacolod City is much higher than Iligan City, who is also an MECQ. So we will recommend also that Bacolod City be placed on MECQ as recommended by the ITF.
Yes, sir. Tangang mataas na. Bacolod, taka ako.
Bacolod City and Lanao del Sur, sir.
Sige, sir.
Sir, dagdagan ko lang po, Mr. President. Yung sa Bacolod City, yung 4 days po, nagkaroon sila ng 462 cases, new cases, and if you divide it by 4 days, nag-average sila 135 cases, new cases per day. So that's why, sir, we strongly recommend endorse the recommendation of General Mel Feliciano and and Secretary Simatu to escalate the community quarantine to modified ECQ or enhanced community quarantine. Yun lang po, sir.
Noted, sir. Mula na, Senator, I must admire you for your industry. Pasalamat kami. Just your presence here is just as good as anybody else is watching over the oversight. So I encourage oversight committees of projects. Diba ikaw, ang sabi ko kay Bong, if you really want to help me, you act as if you are with the opposition. Huwag mo akong sabihin na kaibigan tayo, that you were once my... It ain't that way sa atin. Nung iba, pero tayo, walang kaibigan. Basta may mali. Basta pati ako. Oo, pa sa akin siguro, mahiyang lang sabihin mo, but call my attention. But you might want to, kung may ano dito masama na tinignan mo, mapahiya ako, give it to another lawmaker. Ibulong mo lang doon na ganito yung sitwasyon. Sila na ang they will open up everything for us. So long as there is no corruption, talagang mas lalong masira tayo kung we tolerate it. Yan ang mahirap, yung putang inang kang kawatan. It's a very hard thing to swallow. Okay, thank you and magandang gabi sa inyo.
Sa bawat araw na kayo ay nagpupunyagi,